My guest Victoria found herself caught up in a terrifying game of cat and mouse with her man's side piece named Asia. Asia blamed Victoria for her breakup and swore to take revenge. Asia chased Victoria down in the streets, got her fired from her job, and even posted negative videos about her on TikTok. Things got so bad that Victoria had to file an order of protection against Asia. Victoria is here and wants to set the record straight and hopes Asia can forgive and move on. All right, everyone, let's welcome Victoria to the show. So, Victoria, tell me, how did you and Asia meet?
Me and Asia met when we actually went out for Q's birthday. We went to the strip club to celebrate him.
So I just want to be clear, who is Q?
Q is my long-term lover, so to speak.
Okay.
I have been on again, off again with him since 2012.
And then with Asia?
They just met maybe back in 2019.
2019. And they had a relationship as well?
Yes.
Yes. But neither of you knew about each other, or did you know?
I knew about the fact that they were dating. Yes.
They were dating. Because, okay, so you're here from 2012, you and him are going in and out, you then meet her, and you built a friendship.
We did. We were going out, we were going to get our nails done, we were going shopping, going to get massages together, ultimately really building a really good friendship.
But she has no idea that y'all had this long-term relationship since 2012.
Right.
Understandable. So how did Asia find out?
Asia found out because I had a friend, so-called friend, basically tell her the nature of our relationship.
And how bad did things get?
Things got really bad. So basically, Asia was, chasing me around, in her car, cussing me, calling me a bitch, and, saying, she was gonna, do things to me and kind of really getting violent.
And she posted some things on TikTok as well.
She did. She called me out by name, really derogatory things. I mean, I felt threatened by her because she was making all those comments and chasing me around and all these things, to the point I had to go get a no contact order.
When was the last time you spoke or seen Asia?
It's been about 6 months ago when we went to court for the said no contact order where
this is really recent that y'all are still in court.
Right.
But to be clear, because I know my producers told me before, that the judge threw out the order, the no contact order, because of what? Because
there was nothing besides verbal communication that I was able to prove that she did.
Okay.
But she still did them.
Got it. So why is it important for you to address this here today?
Ultimately, because Asia felt like I was trying to be his side piece, and honestly, whenever me and him came to Asia, we were looking to settle down with another partner that he wanted to kind of have in the picture as well.
Oh, okay. Are you still with Q today?
No, I haven't talked to him in 6 months because of this said situation.
Well, listen, Victoria says her ex-friend Asia tried to tear her entire world apart after finding out that they both were sleeping with the same man. It's been 7 months since Victoria saw or spoke to Asia. Asia is here, so everyone please welcome her to the show.
She took me to court because she got in her feelings that I wasn't going to stop talking to him.
Well, she said that you did things to her car, that you tried to run her over, that you posted about her on TikTok. You didn't do any of that.
I did post TikToks. Story time. I absolutely did.
Yeah, you told your side of the story on TikTok.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
7-part stalking.
Asia, are you suspicious of Victoria at first? Were you
Heck
suspicious?
yeah, I was suspicious.
Yeah. Why were you suspicious?
Because he liked fat.
Okay. What did Victoria tell you?
She told me they was just friends. They known each other for a while, and they were just friends.
And you became close friends with her?
I did.
And what was that friendship like?
I mean, it was cool. It was straight. I mean, I'm not from the city, so me not being from out of town, and it was good to have somebody that was getting money like me so we could go out.
What was Q to you at this time, and how did you meet him?
He was my living boyfriend.
Living?
He lived with me.
And how long were you together at that point?
It had to be, at the point I met her, we were together for a good, 8 months.
8 months. So it's a pretty long term at that time.
Yes.
And so when you found that out, you didn't know he was in a long-term relationship with her.
Nah, but the funny thing is, she even admitted that before he brought her across my threshold, he said, don't say nothing to her about it. She knew from the gate she couldn't say nothing about it to me. And I told them both. I told them both in front of each other. If I ever found out it was more than what it is, Y'all gonna have to holler at me. Like somebody, y'all
Because you
gonna
feel like she
holler
was
at me.
pretending to be your friend.
Straight capping. But to sit in my house, in my presence, sit at a dinner table with my mother, and act like you're a friend, that is why I said she's a pope. She's full of it. She's a clown for that.
You brought some text message you want me to see.
I did.
Can I see the text messages? All right, he's still acting up. We ain't talked since the argument. Really though, facts. That's really not like him. Well, next pull off a stump we go. Here we got pictures sooner than later. You snooze, you lose. Yes, he moved on, so I guess. So you were confining her about your relationship as well.
Exactly.
I understand now. So you see that right there. Do you feel like you manipulated her?
At the time, I felt like things were going on longer than they should have, so it definitely seemed more manipulating, and that's why I felt like Asia did have a reason to be upset.
So you feel the answer is yes?
Yes.
That's a little bit of acknowledgement. Has she ever said that to you before?
Nah, she always plays the victim.
Okay. So Asia, how did you find out about the truth?
I went through his phone one day while he was asleep. Looked at a thread and seen that he was talking to her. They were talking about going to hotels. It was a lot. It was a lot. Enough to confirm everything I felt.
Was she a good friend to you before that moment?
She was.
She was a good friend.
She was.
So Victoria, you call the show to repair your relationship with Asia.
Yes.
What is it that you want to say to Asia?
Asia, ultimately, I know whenever me and you first met, and I know that I was not really truthful, and I was honestly enjoying your friendship. I really was. So I understand that you have these perceptions, and I give you the perception that you have because that was what I demonstrated to you at the time. Because I wanted a friend to do nice, fun things together and us enjoy our time together. It wasn't anything that I was trying to really do malicious towards you. But I do see why you are upset and why you felt manipulated and everything at first. I'm sorry. I really, I strongly apologize to you. But that wasn't my intent, Asia. It was really to be a more understanding of what Q was selling me at the time as well.
Asia, what do you want Victoria to know?
So you came into my crib. You sat there and used me too, okay? Ain't no coming back from that, bruh. Ain't no coming back. Like, from this day, and I want to be so clear when I say this, so clear, crystal clear. This is my absolute last time talking to you about this, bruh.
Okay.
Are you still dealing with Q at all?
Yes, he closed my Uber door for me on the way here.
So you're still talking to him?
Yes.
Okay.
But he got his too.
Well, I want to take this to the comments because I know some people in my audience got some questions about this. Who in the audience thinks that Victoria was wrong for not telling Asia? Come on, let me give your point of view. All right, so you think Victoria was wrong for not telling Asia?
Yeah, I think it was dishonest. I mean, I guess I can understand why you say you didn't do it, but after a while, you should have came out and said it. He should have too. So I just hope you keep the same energy with Q that you got with her, because he was foul also. He was living with you.
Do you keep that same energy? That's a good point.
Oh,
Do you
no,
keep
he
that
gets
same
worse
energy with
energy.
you?
He got worse energy, so it ain't even, nah.
So does anybody think that Victoria was not obligated to tell Asia? You actually do? Come on now.
This is just a very complicated situation, and there's
It's
only...
not that complicated.
Well, I mean, it's complicated. There's only one person getting out of this scot-free, is what I'm saying. He's pitting the two of you against each other.
That's why I brought up before we came to the comments about the fact that you're still talking to Q, and she's saying that Q was telling her that, hey, we're going to try to get at her so she can be our third?
That's a lie.
That's
a
the
lie.
truth.
That's
That's
a lie.
my
I seen
truth.
the message.
That's what
your
my truth was.
But your truth, you always have lies.
I'm not
Shut
hiding
the
behind
up,
any
yo.
lies. You just want to, basically, Asia, I was with him from 2012.
Yeah, and you're still on it. Like, you're still
Exactly.
on it. Like,
I am, because basically to me, you stole my man.
Vicky, hey, yo, do not play with me, cuz. Quit
Well,
playing
that's
with
the
me.
truth, Asia. I mean, that's the truth. There's more stuff going on that you aren't going to be accountable for right now.
Asia, so I'm going to tell you right now, so I understand completely the hurt that you feel. You were manipulated 100%. You deserved more respect than that when she walked into your house. I would have similar anger and pain in me if someone that I thought was a friend was sitting in my face and doing this. So I want to let you know I understand what you're feeling. But what I don't get is why still continue a relationship with Q?
It's not a relationship.
So what is it?
We still are romantic.
Got
Yes,
it. So my question is that if I'm going to forgive him, why is it I can't forgive her? Now, I can understand if you said to me right now, I am done with Q, I'm not talking to Q, I promise you, what would be coming out of my mouth right now is, Victoria, you are crazy for sitting on the stage trying to ask this woman for forgiveness. That would have come out of my mouth if you would have said to me, I'm not talking to Q no more. But the minute you let me know you're still talking to him, I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand. But see, even that, I don't get why you're so angry.
There's beef there because everybody knows whether it's right or wrong. When you absolutely love somebody, you tend to maybe be a little bit more lenient. But at this point, she was nobody to me, so it's easy for me to just write her off. And she keeps stalking me. Like, she keeps stalking me. Why am I here? Why am I here?
Well, you're here. You're here because she wants to. She did apologize.
She could have did that in the court the day after. Like, only thing I can say from it is for anybody young out there with friends, if you got something like this going on, tell them. Tell them.
Yeah.
Okay? This is a dangerous game. You cannot play with people's emotions like this. Be
I
real.
get that. But I can also see how you're hurting, and that hurt is being misguided. And that's the truth of it.
Hurt like crazy.
I know you
Nobody,
are.
like, I sat there in silence for hours. I felt betrayed. I felt used, lied to, manipulated.
But do you realize and recognize that the person who truly played with your emotions is Q?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yes.
100%.
He played with both of our emotions.
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and say that he did it. I'm not. I'm not.
Because to a sense, I know that there's a sense of like, I'm in control because you said we're kind of romantic, but you still have an emotional involvement with him. And so there's an ability for him to do this again to you because your guard is down with him, but it's up with other women. And so when your guard is down with the wrong person, and I'm only saying this not about a friendship with Victoria because I can already see you're upset, you're done with this. But I do want to make sure that I'm not going to have you leaving here having all this hatred in your heart, not realizing that there's a man that is still not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you're forgiving someone who betrayed you and hurt you. And who actually was trying to manipulate you even more than her because he was trying to convince her to like, get in there. Let's figure out how to sneak in there so that we can have our little threesome or whatever. Like I know you said she likes to play the victim, but to some degree, she's a victim too because the same way he's gotten in your head, the same way he got in her head and was like, hey, when you get in this house, don't say nothing.
Right.
And so all I'm trying to say, the biggest thing to me is that it's interesting that he's not even here in between y'all.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, like Q should be sitting right here so I can talk to him.
Yeah.
Because trust me, he ain't gonna be able to manipulate me.
Right.
And I'm gonna be able to get him to give the truth. And so I don't see this, I'm gonna let you know, you've said your apology, you've said your piece. I think the best thing for you is to just own that she's hurt and that there won't be a friendship. And I will tell you this much, to save yourself any future hassle, I know you've had a relationship with Q since 2012, on and off, and I know there's attachment there to some degree. While he's messing with her, do yourself a favor and stay away. Stay away, stay away, stay away. But in the same vein, as I'm telling her, don't push no relationship, I would just encourage you to say, let me think about where I'm channeling this anger. And is it serving me? I really want you to seriously ask yourself.
It's not. I can tell you that. I can tell you.
If you know it's not serving you?
It's not,
Yeah.
you know? But I'm in the process of moving on and trying to find my life and all of that good stuff.
Okay, I appreciate that. But I can tell you that growth is not going to happen until you get rid of Q. All right? I'm going to tell you that point blank. Because if you're the seed that needs to blossom, he is the shade that is keeping the sun from shining down on you. Understand that. Okay. Understand that, okay? I mean, you're fly. And I just don't want this for you. And hopefully you'll both take my advice. Yeah, good luck to you both,
Thank
okay?
you.
Hold up. Where are you going? I know you want to watch more Karamo, so click here to subscribe and click here to watch more so we can keep talking and growing, friends. I love you.